This video is to talk to you about the features of our tamper-evident seal labels and the flexibility that we have with the different designs and colors and silvers and golds that can integrate very well onto a package. For example, if we take a package of a perfume, you may want to take the label to be somewhat similar to the package so it doesn't stand out too much, but it's still clear that in fact there is a seal sealing the box. Okay, sealing the boxes these days is becoming more and more important. We had a case recently with Nurofen in the UK where boxes had been tampered, product had been changed inside the package. So here you can see you can change a lot of things here. You can, let's say, design it to the product itself. You could have here open here to make it very clear that you can open it here. We can put security seal. We can put embedded code here. We can put the logo on. There's many things that are possible, but this basically allows the consumer to be able to then open the seal and know that it's first time use. Okay, hasn't been tampered with. You can see here once it's been opened, actually you can't put it back again. Now on top of that, when you do reveal the label, you also see this data matrix, which can then be read with our advanced mobile applications, which I can explain to you in a separate video. But here you can see it's totally non-replaceable, and in fact also this label is tamper evident, and if you try to remove it, it can be removed, let's say, for the consumer. If at home, you know, they want to have a clean box in their cupboard, you can take it off, but it is possible to take it off. But you can also see that for a grey marketer, this is becoming very, very difficult. And then also these numbers, of course, are non-recurring and secure, so that now you can see here, for example, this is quite interesting and important, is that this part of the label can be clear. In fact, the whole different parts of the label can be clear. I'll explain another example of that in a minute. But if you have writing underneath, you can still have it showing through. So this is some of the flexibility. Now, in the perfume industry, of course, it's well known that each package has its own number, 50 ml and 100 ml in particular. And of course, this type of label can be not only integrated well into the package, into the secondary package, but it can also, we know in fact, these labels can come on rolls, for example. We know every single number that's inside, embedded in there, and we can link it directly to that particular product. And then of course you have a track and trace system, and in the same way that the image code is linked today to distribution, you can also do the same thing, because we know we have a way to do it that when you apply these labels, in fact you know which number is being applied. So for example, in this case you've got a grey box, maybe you'd use a grey type label so that it sort of integrates nicely into the package. Okay, and you can then seal it, and the consumer then is happy that the product hasn't been touched before he buys it. Okay, same thing as the pink, you can use it to seal the secondary package. Now it's even possible to seal maybe the primary package in this case. We can make the labels much smaller. Okay, you can make it, let's say, small like this. You could even be sealing, for example, the perfume or cosmetic package. For example, here's an example where it could be done. So you have the label, you could have the package, and then if you take it off, you can have also this this void effect. Actually is the logo. You can see the logo is embedded and leaves some residue, which can then be taken off quite easily for, let's say, the consumer that wants to have a nice clean primary package. And those labels can be also designed in many different ways, even with numbers on them printed, or as in this case here, you can see there's a laser numbering, which can also be somewhat concealed and can be also linked then to the primary pack. So there's ways to mark the primary pack and the secondary pack. Here's another box with lots of more gold on it, black. So in this case I will use a nice gold label, and we can then put it over here, stick it over the top maybe here and down the side. That's another way to do it. Okay, and again the same opening effect as before. It can have the tamper evidence and reveal the code, and then the app that's specific to this product can then read that code and give a whole lot of features through the application. That's a separate topic. And here we have an example where I wanted to show the last example where we would put it over a what we can do here actually is put it on, there's lots of silver here, you can see the silver is fitting nicely with the silver of the package, and that can be even more linked, or maybe the same color. Now here you can see we're covering up text. This part of the label can actually be transparent, so that you don't affect the message that's underneath the label, and you don't have to redesign packaging. So there's lots and lots of flexibility and lots of different ways that we can design the label to fit nicely with your package and have a nice luxury effect. So please come back to me with any questions, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.